Oh, there you are. I've been waiting for you. In this video, I'll explain what a torque wrench is, why you need one, and how to work it. I've got one in this box. Welcome to CarSpyTV. Okay, so what is a torque wrench and why do you need one? A torque wrench enables you to apply a specific amount of torque to a nut or bolt as you do it up. Torque is simply turning force. Then, when you're done, the nut is exactly as tight as you want it to be, i.e. it's not too tight and it's not too loose. And that can be very important.
So let's use this car wheel as an example, which is held on by these 4 nuts here. Clearly, if these nuts are too loose, the wheel could fall off, which I've been reliably informed is bad for road safety. In contrast, if they're too tight, we could damage these threads and cause other such issues. So clearly, they need to be just right. I really must water that plant.
Now, torque wrenches come in many shapes and sizes, but most of them broadly work in the same way. This particular set is made by Van Poe. Let's have a look inside. And there is the head of the torque wrench. And we can look down there to the rather splendid red handle. This set also has various sockets, the smallest being 17mm and the largest being that one, which is 24. We also have a couple of extension bars in here. That's the short extension bar, and over there on the right we have the larger extension bar. So let's configure the torque wrench and then we'll go back outside to the car and fiddle with its nuts. Now, this particular torque wrench measures in Newton meters. The minimum is 20 and the maximum is 220, and we can see the scale clearly printed down there just above the red handle. We'll have a closer look at that in a moment because there was a slight knack to reading it correctly. Now, when we want to increase the torque setting to make our nuts tighter, we turn the red handle clockwise, like so, and when we want to reduce the torque setting, we turn it anti-clockwise, as you might expect. But look, we can't move it at all at the moment. And that's because it's locked in position, so we don't accidentally change the torque setting when doing up the nuts. So, on this particular torque wrench, we first have to pull down this silver sleeve, like that, and hold it down, and then we can twist the handle as we please. Your torque wrench may be slightly different. If so, you may well have a nut on the bottom there that you loosen off before you can twist the handle to set your preference. So let's have a quick look at this scale. Note first that it starts down there in the bottom right hand corner at 20 Newton meters, and then it rises both sides of this vertical line in the center all the way up to 220 Newton meters, which is up there. We also have numbers around the leading edge of the red handle. There's a 0, and if we follow those round, we have a 1, a 2, all the way around, blah 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 blah, 7, 8, 9, and back to 0. Okay, let's set this torque wrench to 60 Newton meters. To do so, we have to line up the leading edge of the red handle, specifically this part here with the 0, with this point here on the scale, which is the lowest point of the line that goes horizontally to the right towards the numbers 6, 0. And it does have to be this lowest point of that line, not anywhere higher up, because higher up is a different torque setting. So let's have a go. So let's twist the handle until we reach 60 Newton meters. Shouldn't take too long. Twisty, twisty, and that is it. Because the 0 there is lining up with the lowest point of the horizontal line that points at the 60. And this is where these lines, these numbers rather, they go around the edge of the red handle come in even more useful. Because if, for example, we wanted 61 Newton meters, we simply turn the handle slightly to the right until the 1 lines up with that vertical central line, and that is 61 Newton meters. And of course, 62, 63, and so on. Nice and simple.
So here's the next consideration. When doing up a nut, how do we know that we've reached the correct torque setting? Well, I can show you using this car wheel. These 4 nuts need to be tightened up to 108 Newton meters, which I've already set down there. So let's pop the torque wrench onto the nuts, like so. And we need to pull it from the end here on the handle and just use it like any ordinary ratchet, like so. Just doing up the nut. And when we get to 108 Newton meters, we're going to hear a loud click. You ready? It's coming soon. That was it. And when you hear that click, stop, because you are at the correct torque setting. I'll show you that once more, just to be clear. Doing up the nuts. And there's the click. There are a few more points to consider when using a torque wrench. Number 1, this is a delicate precision instrument, so it needs to be treated as such if you want it to be as accurate as possible. So it's not a good idea to drop it on the floor or have a sword fight with your mates. Number 2, what was I going to say? Yes, number 2, a torque wrench isn't necessarily 100% accurate. This one, for example, is rated to plus or minus 3%. Yours may be better, it may be worse. And finally, if you're not going to use a torque wrench for some time, wind it down to its lowest setting, in my case 20 Newton meters, and that will minimize wear on the internal mechanism. Right, that's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe to CarSpyTV. Do me a favour and click like on this video, and I and the torque wrench will see you next time. Farewell!